You're watching The Breakfast Club.
I don't usually show my knees neither. I had to say, like, I'm not that old, like, where I know to show your knees, but it's hot. And
Styles, we on air. We on air right
Let's
now.
go, Nick.
It's recording.
It's all good.
Okay, all right.
I'm keeping it humble. I don't want somebody to be like, yo, P got his knees out. He older, out of touch, or you think he's super fashionable, or like, nah, dog, I was hot, and all my shorts is in storage. And I just went with the G-Star trunk.
Well, the ghost is here. Styles
Yeah.
P. What's happening, my
Love
brother?
is love. How y'all doing today, man?
Everything's good. We was in here talking about, because I saw a tweet Styles posted. We said middle-aged fat is hard to get rid of. It's not about, it's where it's at.
Yeah, it's like it just goes in one spot when you're middle. Like I don't know, like what do you call it? Love handles?
Yeah, around the
suck.
stomach, right?
I
Yeah,
don't-
exactly.
I could
Or the
take it.
tire,
I
that's called the
don't
spare
really, I don't
tire.
really mind a little front pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't got love handles,
Word.
'Cause it's like that's a little character, like
Yeah.
you still
character.
you still get away with your frame, it's still good, but the love handles, it sucks, dog.
Yeah, the front pouch, they call that the baller belly. So people don't
Yeah,
get
like
too mad
especially
about
you
it.
ain't
So
got
you
too
eat
like.
good.
I never had a 6-pack. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could get a nice 4 though.
Word.
I get a
Nice
nice.
4-pack.
Yeah, I get a 4.
It's funny
I
that
blame
guys.
Jada for that. I actually blame Kiss for that. Because he said gangsters don't die, they get chubby and move to Miami. So I
Yeah.
always thought it was cool to have a little stomach.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
mean
home.
it is his character. His
I
character.
think men are judged differently than women when it comes to putting on weight too.
I mean,
They are, because we don't even
Yeah.
think of guys as being as self-conscious about it as we are. Because for us, it's a big deal. We gain weight. The first thing people say, "Oh, she's pregnant," or.
but
you
when
know.
you middle aged and you a male and your back hurt and you start like grunting when you bending down and you got to start checking that. It could go all the way downhill from there. I said, yo, I hurt my shoulder. Like I hurt my shoulder. I got a little arthritis in it too. That's why you gotta make sure you stretch if you work out. I'm missing cartilage, so I stopped working out. Like I just started slacking. Then I'm like 3 months later, I'm a middle-aged man. I'm like almost the average citizen if I don't pull it back together. Like,
But your diet's still dope, though.
yeah, my diet's dope, but that's what keep me looking regular. When I talk about feeling, like a
Right.
big part of working out is a lot of people like looks definitely, but you want to wake up feeling great. Like, you want to
100%.
wake up, be at your best. Feel great. Be thankful to the Creator that you up, and just coming with that good energy because you don't know what the day brings. But
Well, you have a new album out, and I'm like, okay, so.
G-Host,
Your
G-Host.
ninth studio album.
And life
It is?
seems like it's
Ninth.
really good for you because obviously, I speak
Yeah.
to you. I see you on the gram. You're
Yeah.
traveling. Black love thing is happening. So
working.
I'm like, there's no way he could be thugging on this album. But
I was. I mean, I think I bring balance. Like,
Yeah,
you know
you
what I mean?
got
I
to.
think as an artist, you always, sometimes, especially when you become a businessman or you start dabbling into other things, you get older and you get more mature. You think about what you say more. Like when I was young, I was just more free with my art. But then sometimes you just want to feel free with your art. And I just tried this one. I particularly called it G-Host because I felt like I was going to be a host to the gangsters
Right.
and the gentlemen on this one. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was just hosting some authentic hip hop. Then I kind of wanted to talk. I think it's an album for the old, the young, the conscious, the gangster, and just like somebody who I guess appreciates lyricism.
You know what? I would say this for Styles because obviously I know you way better now than I did like years ago.
Yeah.
But you really are a gangster and a gentleman. Like
Yeah.
that is the truest way to define
I believe so.
your personality.
Yeah, I think most rappers, one, are nerds to the most part, and then most of them were raised right to some degree. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the streets always. I think that was one thing I was blessed. That's what helped me along with the juice game. I always from the jump wanted people to know I'm a gentleman. I'm not all street. I'm not all thug. Like I was raised right. My parents did a good job. Just streets take you to another way sometimes. But I think that's important, especially in our society. Like we was taught to say please, thank you, hold doors,
Absolutely.
Right.
pick up bags for neighbors, and just try to just all around be courteous.
And
That's
really
what my grandma
care
would
about
say,
people.
man, if
Yeah.
it take you where money won't.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
I feel
it's
like
about
you-
being courteous.
I feel like you always trying to find balance in life. It's like you're on a constant
Definitely.
quest for balance.
That's my daily quest is for balance and peace.
Right.
Daily. Because a dude told me this. Shout out to Seasoned Vegan in Harlem. beautiful plant base spot, 113 St. Nicholas. Go there if you ever want a soulful vegan joint. But a worker told me one day, and it stuck with me years ago. He told me, balance is this. You know what I mean? Balance is never straight. The act of being balanced is when you're balanced, you're straight. So I'm always working on my balance, like, you know, because I'm not up, I'm not down. And when you think you all the way up, something's gonna bring you down. When you think you all the way down, something's gonna bring you up.
Right.
So I just try to appreciate it both, try to learn how to work with it all on my daily thing, and the day I am balanced, I'm gonna spread the message. I'm gonna let people know how I got it. You won't hear from me again, most likely.
What do you think you're looking for though? Like, what's the balance you're looking for?
I think just a quest to really find out inner peace without really thinking about like, I'm greedy in a sense. Like, I like nice things. I like to spend money. I like to live life fast, but I also, on the flip side, I like to live life slow and kind of appreciate nature, just the human body, the human mind, energy.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, I'm a rapper. I like nice things. I'm a street dude, so I like nice things. So sometimes I think it's hard to do both sometimes, just being honest within, for me, within myself. Sometimes it's like, all right, oh shit, I want to be a multi-millionaire. Pardon my French. I want to be like, I just want to be a multi-millionaire, get this billion. But then the other part is like, we know we got to feed the community, and that's the most
100%.
important part. So sometimes you got to balance out within yourself. All right, can I make them both work? Can I do both? If not, which one is more important? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's my constant quest, because I really want to, I think my partner over here too, your partner, my partner, and work, I think what we have, and shout out for our brand, just period, as far as Juices for Life, I think what we have is something, for me, it's something that's bigger than any of us and what we're even trying to do. I feel like just later on in the future, it's going to be crazy, and that's like where the new GE for health, because I feel like the one thing where the world needs to go is just kind of look at, what are we doing for people? All right, let's get this bread. That got to be the daily quest, but what are we doing for people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of that from a little bit of everybody, we'd be cool.
No, I agree with you, because people will ask me, like, what would you say is one of your biggest achievements? And I would say having to be involved with the Juice Bar in Brooklyn is great, because you get to really see people every single day that are affected by you having something in the community that is benefiting them.
Definitely.
And making them feel better about just their bodies and the changes that they're making.
Beautiful.
You know, being healthy. And even, you know, women come in there and they bring their husbands, their boyfriends, their kids, and they're like, yo, I could never get him to eat vegetables before, but now you have this juice bar and he loves coming here. You know, I've seen that happen so many times, and I think it's phenomenal. Beautiful, because like, even with E being in it, what she brings to the table with women, like, because what we do is gonna require a whole family to be in it, because you want when you feel good, because one, like we say, can't say everybody, but I'm greedy and I definitely love money and like to be involved in business, but you can't enjoy it without family, or you can't enjoy anything without pretty much good health. And then you can't spread, or people don't spread money as much as you can spread good health, and that lasts longer, so it's kind of easier, and you don't, I guess, won't feel as horrible about it and bad, because, you know, it's free. It's a free thing to spread something positive. And there's a lot of balance in there when you see the people that come in. Yeah, it's a lot of everybody. It's like a lot of balance. So even that's like overwhelming to be like, wow, I have white people that love me. Cops love us. Cops love me. we have a Mormon crowd. Something like, it's just bugged out to just see, and they know what we there for and what we doing, and they know it's about the family, about just taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of your community, and we about balance. Like, because I think the one thing that happens with the health thing, and I think that's like, you think you can't be hip hop, cool, pop, whatever, and do it. Like, nah, we ain't gurus. We ain't saying judging you. We saying live your life, but just throw a little balance in it and just try to take care of your people. That's just the main focus. And it's part of living your best life at the end of the day. That's it. I never thought about it, but I guess plants and like health that's the universal thing that can bring a bunch of people together. Yeah, because like weed's a common denominator, but it's not legal everywhere. Yeah. But like, think about it when you're on your health quest, even if not plants, like when you start going to therapy, you start meditating, you start going to different churches, you start
I don't do church, but different, things on worship, places to eat. Look
Absolutely.
at the people you talk to. When you're just doing something when you're trying to better yourself or get a better energy about yourself.
100%.
Like you just start meeting different people from different walks of life that kind of give you an open eye to be like, all right, it's more people like me. Because we more alike than we are different. Even like you could be on a plane with a KKK dude. If he's tired, you yawn, he gonna yawn. Same energy feel. So it's kind of like sometimes you got to kind of think about that. And I think that's what we do over at Juices for Life in general. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think that's where the daily quest for peace and balance comes.
Are you still loving going on tour? Because I know, first and foremost, you're always going to be a rapper, artist. But are you loving still that
sometimes,
life?
Not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time because, I don't know, as you get older, I like my bed. I like my bed and I like my toilet. Like, it's like, I miss my family, my wife, my son, my dog, my remote. Just, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when you're on the road and you out a lot, it's a beautiful thing because you get to travel and get new experiences, a journey, and meet people. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing like your own crib sometimes. Right. It's like just the feeling of just being at home and watching what you want to watch and just being off. But I love to spread the word and travel and journey and get the love from the people, from the music. I guess that's what keeps me ticking in all actuality.
And you said you miss your wife. I see you guys are doing Black Love.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Black Love. Shout out to the OWN Network.
Mm-hmm. That comes on next week or something? It debuts?
What is that?
Yeah, next week.
You never seen that series, Black Love? I think it's the second season of it. But
it's the second season.
Yeah.
It's on OWN. It's a really, really dope show. It's about Black Love. Like, Viola Davis was on season 1. What's the twins from WPIX?
Tamara and
Tia.
One of them was on there. It's just about couples and their trials and tribulations and
D.L.
what they
Hughley's
go
on this
through,
season.
just building up Black Love. Yeah, I think Kurt Franklin's on. Mm-hmm. Grant Hill.
And
Tamia. It's real. It's actually really dope. A real dope show. I was surprised they called us because we wasn't yet. I didn't think we was your typical.
They try to take all different types of, and it's
that's
not
what
all
was
famous
silly. That
couples
was
either.
so dope. Yeah, that's what's so dope. I was like, oh, they want some G.
How was that? Because when I look at your tweets, I'm like, okay, I know Styles still got a slight temper. TV people can be annoying.
Nah, they was really cool.
Okay.
I think I watched. You know what was funny? Before they called us, I watched season 1 with my wife. Just out of she's like, the show was on, this dope, and then it came about. So that was kind of crazy. It was like I think how the show is, it's more to try to help out young Black couples, and I think the producers of the show, shout out to Tommy and Kobe, I think they was focusing in on how Black people, besides Obama, it was like if you're not Obama and there's no such thing as Black love, and I think that was their driving force to make sure they show what's happening in the Black community. So it's a very incredible show. It's really dope. Proud to be on it, and yeah.
What about when you wanted to be left alone though, and the cameras was rolling?
Nah, it was cool. You know what? It was like therapy. It was
like a therapy
session. It was like a
session.
therapy session and a learning thing because it's like you talking to somebody young, they want to know something, and then you kind of got to tell your story too and tell on yourself and be real because you're kind of trying to be informative to the young couples because it's a lot of struggles when you. I'm married, but I don't say everybody has to be married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who invented marriage, to be honest with you. I know I'm African by nature. I don't think we got married back then. So, but I think it's a beautiful. I got married because my wife wanted to, and I didn't want my son to think he was a bastard growing up or he was get with a woman you don't want to marry. It was just certain things and what my pops told me. So, I think just being on the show for me was just pretty dope. Just for say hey, it's cool. It's cool to be from the hood and.
Be married.
You want to grow old, like
when
you're in the streets and you young. I don't care what game it is, ball, hustling, music, and all that. You definitely want to do your thing and have your fun, but you don't want to grow old and alone and never have companionship or be used or not, unless you really want to do that. Like unless that's your choice. But like for me, I'm old fashioned. I kind of I'm weird. I don't know if the average person could really deal with me or be able to take my ways and how I'm about. So it's kind of like I've been with this woman I know cares for me genuinely, the jerk part of me, the ignorant part. Like, you know what I mean? if you need somebody to better yourself. I'm somebody who needs somebody to better yourself.
100%.
And I'm
You know what
glad
I'm
you
saying?
said that because I was thinking about with this whole Kanye things happening, right?
Yeah.
They had put this meme was going around about how it's so important. The woman that a man
Yeah.
is with is so important to how. I can't remember exactly what it said. I'm sure you saw it too.
Yeah, I seen the one with Jay
Yeah,
and B,
Beyonce, and then you see him
Yeah.
and Kim. But it is
Yeah.
really vital who you decide to spend the rest of your life with. how much
definitely.
they improve. you.
Definitely, because if I'm not saying you should have married somebody from the hood, but say if it was somebody like a little thing, they might have smacked him and took his phone. You gonna blow this bag? Don't blow the bag.
You need a black woman around him.
Yeah, don't blow the bag, yo. You bugging, bro. You bugging for the kid, like you know what I mean? Because I don't know. That's a whole weird situation, man.
Right.
That whole situation is kind of just weird.
I like a tweet that you put out. You said you the tree hugger that'll beat you with the branch.
Definitely. Definitely. Because I think tree huggers get the wrong. I think tree huggers and plant-based people and those who's living a healthy lifestyle who feel like I want to be normal and not be judged. Like people go, yo, you're a vegan and everything. I go, no. I wear leather. Still.
Right.
So you know what I mean? And then, not to be funny, but like somebody like me, I would love to work with Peter one day. Like I was explaining to my man one day. I said, I love Peter. I overstand their cause. I dig what it's about. Like, you know what I mean? But somebody where I'm from will never understand Peter's message because they too worried about what they got to tell a kid when they go outside.
Absolutely.
So I said, like, imagine if Peter hires people like us to, from where we from, so they could be able to go, all right, here's what's happening here, here's what's happening here, here's how we bridge the gap. Because if you want to take care of beings, you got to start taking care of human beings.
Yes.
Then we could take care of all beings. Then human beings can understand we need to take care of all beings.
Because sometimes it seems like animals have more rights than we do.
Yeah, because
And
I look
people
at
get more
Peter like, I
mad
ain't gonna lie,
about-
I get sad because I love what they do and I follow them. Like, I follow their tweets, everything. So sometimes as a brown man, I sit and look at Peter, not mad at them or nothing. I'm like, damn. The animals is holding it. Like the animals got. You cross an animal if you want, and let you know what I mean.
Right.
And then you also look and be like, damn, with the power Peter had, I wish they knew some of the social issues like
That's
that
real.
I have and post them on the page,
Right,
and that we
right.
have and post them on the page.
So people could be as passionate about
yeah. So
those.
now we could be like, all right, Peter care about us. Let's see what they talking about, because.
That's a great idea.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They should hire me. and us.
I'm
Let's go.
a
Let's
connect you with
connect it.
Peter right after this.
Yeah.
You got Peter connection?
Yes, remember we had a whole discussion about. As a matter of
Oh
fact,
yeah,
they
yeah.
want to
Peter
come
sent
up
us
here.
an email.
Yeah. So
said
like I
something
think
reckless on the
I
radio.
think things like that, and even like brands like Whole Food. Brands like Whole Food should be calling brands like our brand.
Right.
Juices for Life. Okay. How do we get to the bottom?
Nostalgia. We could call them too.
Yeah, we on that. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. See, that's what I'm saying. You're absolutely right.
We got this.
I've tweeted out to him a few times. We got to do it
We're gonna
together.
figure this
Group
out,
effort, yeah. But I think big companies have to start big corporation. Also, we as the people have to make them take responsibility. They should want to take responsibility, and we as small time hood folk have to take responsibility on learning how to better ourselves as a community.
100%.
And I think
It should be
if we
outreach on both
It should be
sides.
outreach on both sides, because then it's like, why, because when you think about it, if you're a poor white man, I'm sorry, your kids are screwed over too. They eating like crap too. It's
Absolutely.
over. You right in the same boat. So, I think it's just kind of on that note. So that's how I go about my.
And this is your ninth
Everyday
studio
life.
album, right? Did I count that right?
I have the slightest idea, to be honest.
I don't know if I'm
with you,
counting
bro.
mixtapes or
When
not.
people
And
ask
then
me
there's
that, I
EPs,
really.
there's mixtapes. There's
I call a lot
think
of
it's 9.
things. Yeah, it's probably 9. I don't. Yeah, whatever.
yes. You say just say
But
yes.
it's my most recent one, and it's the most dope one. It's the most effective one. And I did an EP a couple weeks ago too. If y'all don't know about that, called the
Nickelback.
Nickelback EP. Yeah, pretty. I'm proud though of both of those two because my son produced on that.
Really?
Yeah, on both of those. Yeah, he produced Curb the Lames on G-Host. And
Okay.
And he produced on Nickelback.
How many beats he had to play for you before you pick some?
Oh, he has a whole ton of beats. He got beats for me, like the old-fashioned joints, then the newer old-fashioned joints. Then he also got the trap joints. And I tell him, don't ever play anything with don't ever, don't ever, son, ever.
That's not authentic hip hop?
So, I mean, my son teaches me a lot, though. I think that's the good thing of it. He'll be 20 this month. He taught me years ago, and I told somebody yesterday on a thing. My son told me one day, and it was made hip hop so understandable for me. I told you, he told me, y'all generation, bob side to side. My generation, up and down. Kind of, it was like crystal clear. Like, that's the difference between us. I was like, you're right. You know?
I gotta say they got that from 3-6 though.
Definitely.
Remember 3-6 had this? They had the whole song side to side.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you know.
Do you feel like you're getting better with time?
I believe so.
All right, I think so too.
I believe so. I think I've always wanted to do that, and I think I'm accomplishing it. You know what I mean? I get more mature. Sometimes I'm not as aggressive as I want to be.
Bullshit, Styles.
Yeah, nah. I really have a far. I have a far left mind, dog. Like I think if I really go leftish, like then come on, ain't you the guy who sells fruits and berries, like
this
carrots
one,
and kale and stuff?
You said don't let the fame get to your head because a gun to your head could possibly blow the fame right out of it. Stay humble, my friends. Yeah,
That sounds pretty
left.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It's harsh, but is that? I want to ask you now: is that a fact?
100%.
Or not a fact?
100%.
Sometimes you got to give the lesson in the harshest form, and you got to say it like. Because the average a hood rap dude, let's say it's a hood rap dude who was reading that, he's young, he's crazy, he's not humble, and his manager might be telling him in a way that's not getting across.
Yeah.
Yo, if you don't calm down, somebody might blow your brains out. Gotta get it right across.
And that's how I know you're a writer, because you ended it, stay humble, my friend. Like you brought it right back to the point. Now, what do you consider authentic hip hop?
Raw, with you being yourself, not worrying about no matter what genre it is. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you're gimmicky, if you're just authentic to the gimmick and that's what you want to do and you're not doing it because that's what people want to see, that's what you wanted to give off. Like, I think a lot of people make music that fit the time. I think a lot of people nowadays sound like each other, like, and they're famous and they're friends. It's like, why are you stealing my style, bro? You could have just made your own.
People do that. They'll be like, in the club, this is the biggest song right now, so then we could play this song if it sounds like that. If it sound
like this, it'll connect. Like, that's dumb whack. Like, that's super whack. So I think that's where we lack authenticity. Like it wasn't no such thing as a hype beast in our era. Like, you go to the sneaker store, they just ask you if you want the newest, hottest sneaker out. Because that's the newest, hottest sneaker out. Like, not like, all right, that's dope, but I want this or that. Like, everybody is kind of, not everybody, but it's like it seems like Gucci was whacked and Gucci got popping back again. Then everybody wears Gucci again. Not whack, but it was like.
You know what? It's also the designers, the head designer that comes in. That's part of what it is, too.
Yeah, but if you're true to the thing.
Gucci kind of fell off, but. You can't buy something if you're not really feeling it. Like,
that's true, but a lot of them ain't really feeling it. They just, I seen Ye got those on. I want those.
Yeah, it's the hot thing now.
It's the hot thing. Like, are you really feeling it?
Because I've always been a fan of just buying things that I like. I don't care if it was from last season and I got it at the outlet. If I like it, I like it.
I'm a fan of getting things at the outlet. I am extremely frugal. I am an outlet champ.
I don't know if I would call you frugal.
I'm frugal and I'm free with it.
Because I go shopping places and they'll be like, oh, Styles P and his wife were just in here. And I'm like, damn.
That's her. I didn't say she was frugal. I'm frugal. She's not frugal at all. Like,
you say you like nice things, though.
Yeah, I do, but I don't mind not getting it or waiting until it's on sale. Or just like, I'm like, you know, like say if it's something nice I like that's really expensive and I just kind of want it. I got to think about if I'm going to get it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to really sit down and think, like sometimes, like I say to myself, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about to style on these niggas. I did that thing. I said, I'm about to just go to the dealer and style on these niggas. I was high. I was by myself. I said, what niggas, P? Like style, like I had that, like I didn't know who I was talking about. I was talking to myself too. Like I didn't really know who I was talking about. Nigga, you go to the studio,
pull up to the juice bar,
studio, back home, but like, who am I styling on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I think just being from, because I was poor, like I think when you poor and you from the hood, and I truly am, I come from gods, kings, and queens, so I do have that, you know, I like to look great and feel good, and I was poor before, but sometimes you got to think, like, is that really worth it? Because I also live next to a bunch of millionaires. I remember being the poorest dude in the building. I probably was, I had to be, and they told me I tipped the best. And I was like, well, I'm bugging. Like,
Right, right.
like, what? There's a hockey team owner, an NBA dude who created the building,
Wow.
this and that. But then I also learned they don't care about how
That's right.
nobody's, like, they walk around with my man, he would wear the same jeans. I think he had 3 pair of jeans, maybe 3 Nike windbreakers, 3 sneakers, and he did that day by day, week by week, week by week. Then I see him, like, yo, Mike, where you going? I'm about to get on a jet. Go ahead, bring the whole he bringing his whole family on his family jet. Me, I'm spending wrong.
I think we tip because
Like, you know what I mean?
we understand
We
the
have more of an
struggle.
appreciation because we tip. Because I know I tip really well
Yeah.
too.
I think we understand the struggle. We know these people working hard.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like
Definitely.
we right here anyway. So if I
Yeah.
was doing that, I would want to get a good tip, and so I'm gonna give you a good tip because
right.
I understand it more.
You're
Do
right.
you ever go back and watch like your old videos and like kind of rate yourself and be like, all right,
I'd be like, I'd better keep eating plants. Go back, watch the old videos, and be like, I gotta keep eating plants. And why did I have on parachute clothes? Like, damn, they didn't have to be parachute. They was straight I looked at something the other day. I could have fit like a half an army in one pants
Nah,
leg.
for real,
It's
baggy shit was
crazy.
whack, yo.
Yo.
When we look back, it's like
Yo.
baggy clothes was
I'm
whack.
not a fan of tight things. I'm a fan of
Your
Things that
size.
a slim fit. I'm against tight jeans. Like when they I feel offended if I go to the store and they go skinny jeans. I'd be like, hell no, slim fit. Like I'm elder. I do a slim fit. I don't do skinny jeans. I do slim fit. Like you know what I mean. If I gotta wiggle to get in them, I gotta do any of that. That's awkward for me. I'm old. Like you know what I mean. I think the new generation. That's why I say sometimes I don't knock out, but just some things I can't do. I don't want to wiggle in a jean. I don't want to extend my arm
I
to
don't even
take a
want to picture
meal.
you wiggling into
Yeah,
your
you don't want to
jeans.
see me do this neither. Look, imagine me doing this. Yeah,
Jumping
right
up and
now,
down to
like,
put your
look,
jeans on.
Look,
Yeah.
kid, look, we doing like that. All like certain things I can't do. Like, I don't want you to. I don't want the bro. I take a bro hug like this. I don't want the bro hug here.
Oh, I hate
Like,
that.
yo,
Somebody have to
let's
take a
take a
picture with you.
picture.
Oh my God, man.
See how much? And I got the move for this. You know, the rapper move. Put your arm on my shoulder on the top part. Sweep them. You need to get them right off your shoulder with the sweep. Go ahead, look, work every time. Sweep.
That could be like a break too.
Yeah, look, and the wrap thumb. I'm gonna give you the handshake. Look, you know they're gonna see you. Grab the thumb. Look.
All right.
All control.
Got you.
All control.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
act crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah. Like this, like that.
Oh, this for a handshake.
Yeah, and then this one too. Look.
Yeah, the stiff arm, the elbow.
Bro, all rapid technique. Rapid technique. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah,
have
I was
this-
just wondering that because I know
You gotta have that down.
we've had some crazy fashion sense, and also
Yeah.
I'm sure you go back and listen to your old music and watch those videos and
Yeah.
think about like, okay,
Yeah, I mean, one thing I appreciate is being able to be in music for that long.
and it still sounds
We're
dope.
so young, like you know what I'm saying, and to come in the game and be on Bad Boy. Like we came in the game and got on Bad Boy, and we was from Yonkers. Like to us, that's like a story within itself. Nobody never said Yonkers. There was a shout in the South, and then we just took it and we came with an aggression, and we still here 20 years later. Well, 20-something years later.
I just don't
Whatever it
understand
is.
how Yonkers had 3 legends. They had the Locks, they had DMX and Mary, but it don't nothing else
Oh, we
came
got
out.
it. There's a lot of new up and coming
Yeah?
artists.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. They hot. We got to give them some more attention. But we working with a few producers. I think with us, I think with Mary, X and ourselves, we had to go through so much. Like you know what I'm saying. And I think it's kind of a certain kind of ethic you got to have. If you like a lot of young dudes, like I'm 43. If you're not hungrier than me, that's a problem. Like, and I'm on, and I'm 9 studio albums in. Lord knows how many mixtapes in, freestyles in, and you not like if you young and you're not in a studio more than somebody older than you. If you're not in the studio the most period or the most you could possibly be, you playing. So it's like it's kind of like we had that. All right, I might have to quit this job.
All right,
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? I might got to go do this. I might got to go do. I'm not suggesting people do that, but it's different nowadays. And then you got the internet. Everything's so different. But there are a few artists we're molding, we're working on. We have shout out my man Tony Moxbury. Shout out Snipe. Shout out Forte. Shout out Chris Rivers. Shout out my son Noah. Shout out Dice Payne. Shout out Dazu Poobs, the whole studio, and we got a few other Rondon on the beats. We
You
got
can
a
hear
whole
them on the album.
yeah, like we working.
So that's all the new names that's on your album now is purposely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's all the whispers. That's all, cause they in the studio. They with that hunger, like, you know what I mean. But like, I got a dope project. I just don't want to tell you. Like, but I was telling the person, it's love. We brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we here, but we sparring. This is what we came here to do. Like, we didn't come here to be buddy, laugh and smile and Instagram up with each other and not be competitive. Like, when we on this thing, I'm working to make sure you don't sound better than me. I want you to do the same. That's how we're gonna get the best out of each other, but knowing we want the best for each other.
I like that.
Because when you go in with that thing, because that's how me, Luch Kiss and I are from the jump. It's like, all right.
Because people always try to act like we're not in competition.
Yeah, like
you should be in competition.
Yeah, you should be in competition. I don't go to do a lock song going, yeah. Hope they love Kiss the best on this one. You're a bird. Yeah, hope they love Sheik more. Hey, Sheik, they love him more. If that happens, I'm glad. That's our family. We're a team. That's when we working together. Beautiful. We not gonna hate. But you don't go. It's like going on a basketball court and going, I don't want to be MVP. Just give Charlamagne the ball. Let him be MVP. I don't want to shoot. I just want to shoot a little bit. Give him the ball. Let him get the shine. The interview after. No. I'm a ball. If I don't earn an MVP, I'm a ball, and I want to be recognized for how I'm about the ball. So I think that's what, not all hip hop, but that's what a little bit is missing. Like, you know what I mean?
Kiss and Sheik not on the album.
No.
And I saw you say it was for political reasons.
Yeah, not with them. Like, it was, I still don't want to say it because I'm having to. Basically, you know what? My last album got leaked. My last studio album got leaked. I really didn't even really want to do the album. But be honest, I had to change my format, my thinking, switch my career around. I brought Hovain and Young Savin on my solo career. So we just said, all right, drop the EP. We're going to drop the album. And then I got another album pick. We got Locks albums on the way, and then I got another surprise special project coming. So I didn't want, I was mad at first. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was bitter because when it actually happened is when my daughter passed. So my album wasn't too far behind that, so I was kind of bitter. And I can't blame Ingrooves. I couldn't blame myself, but that hasn't happened to me in a long time. So I felt like it was on their side. I felt it was like a political, like, I just didn't want to do it. I really was trying to get off for a long time. I was like, I don't want to do it here. And I sat down like, all right, cool. I did make money. It was kind of cool. I can't specifically all the way 100% say it's their fault. We have done good business. They're good people. They're a cool staff.
Talking about the label?
Yeah, the Ingrooves.
Okay.
So I let go of the bitterness and said, I actually do like them. I've always had good things with them besides that. So I said, I'm going to just do it. But when I was making it and I was finishing up, and then we had so many Lock songs, and I was like, nah.
Oh, so you wanted to save the music for the next thing?
Yeah, because I didn't really, I really wasn't going to put an album out.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I mean? I was really going to just hold it. And I practically done with another album. Like, you know what I mean? I was really on that note, but especially when you got new people and you got new energy and you got new things going on. And I'm a man of my word. Even with Ingrooves, so I couldn't all the way blame him. So for me, to not live by what I say and my commitment that I did, that's not really me. I go, like, if I say I do something, I pretty much do it. And we've been cool besides that, so that's what it really was. I just don't like, as a businessman, speaking on somebody you cool with and had past qualms with or little things, because they always make it, you know how the media is, and they bring stuff up, so I didn't really want to say it, but I'd rather throw them under the bus before somebody think it was something wrong with me and my partners and just tell what the actual story was. So I didn't really... If you notice, even the dudes featuring on it are just hooks. There's no guest verses.
Yeah.
Everybody featuring on it is really doing a hook. So I was like, in case, even if it goes out, I won't, I'll be able to live with it. Won't be super bitter. So, but it all worked out fine and panned out good. So please stop asking me about Sheik and Luch. Those are my brothers. Come to the studio and come watch us. Don't ask me no more.
Now, we was having a great debate, man, that started on our group chat. Me, Hovain, B-Dot, Kaz, and Rob Markman.
I knew this was coming.
And we...
I love you, B-Dot. Don't worry about it. It's all good, B-Dot. You do to your opinion.
And everybody thought I was dissing Mace, but I wasn't. I was just saying the Bad Boy label was so competitive at that time. I just thought lyrically, he was like the fifth or sixth guy. And
Mace
then
is
B-Dot
ill.
jumped out the window
Yeah, he did.
and
He
said
did.
Mace was nicer than Styles.
Let me get something clear. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I
Baby had
don't
to
really
speak on
say
that.
this too often. Listen, my two partners are my equals. We're one, so we're one. Other than that, I only feel personally. Besides, like Rakim, King, Coogee Rap, and all that, for my era, only Big is nicer than me. That's it. That's how I feel. You're entitled to your feelings. But as an MC, I rip. I get busy. I am the MC's MC. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the MC the MCs love. I'm not going to sell a bunch of records. I'm not going to be the poppinest. I'm not the flashiest. I'm not even the best at the flashy stuff. But when it comes to street lyricism mixed with consciousness,
Absolutely.
in that lane, there's nobody better than me. Nobody. Because you can't really find somebody you could go, yo, make a dope song with Talib, then make a dope song with Rick Ross. Respect my lyricism, man.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? I get busy on this thing. But that's just when it comes to street kind of stuff. Like, I don't think I'm not the best at being flashy. I'm not the best at being slick. I'm not the best with metaphors. I'm just the best with it when it comes to a soulful feeling. But that's not the thing that works for everybody. So everybody might not be into what I'm the best at. But I only feel Big was better than me. And my forefathers and the grandmasters of rap.
Didn't Big
And
say
that was it.
Didn't Big say you was his favorite rapper? I feel like I read that somewhere once.
I could believe something like that because that's the how busy I get. I know as the Locks definitely. I know Big definitely love. I get a lot of praise from her. I'm not even gonna go with the name list because I think I'm a craftsman. I do this for the art. I think the Jedi and the Elite. Shout out to Royce the 5'9" too. It's a beautiful
busy.
day, Star Wars Day, and we Jedis and Jedis drop. But I think when you get busy amongst the elite when it comes to rhyming, like that's why I say I don't care about nothing else. Just acknowledge my rhymes if you care about that. That's the only thing. Everything else for me is a plus, to be honest with you, Charlamagne. When I got on, I got released from county pen back then for possession of a pistol with 10 armed robberies pending.
Damn.
12 actually. Sorry. I didn't have to be on ever. Like I could have missed that window and not been signed, not do anything. So everything for me is pretty much a plus because I always count my blessings for that could have went the wrong way. And I could have not had been a smart young criminal then. I could have got knocked, could have went all wrong, and I would have been doing a dime, and I never would have been on. Like, so I would have just been a nice dude not on. So even if I catch years of whatever, like not selling records, not doing it's cool. Like this craft has given me a lot. Like I'm blessed. I'm super blessed. I'm super blessed to be sitting here today. I could have lost my life many nights just being in the hood and like many young dudes, like, many dudes in the game. So sometimes you got to just look at it like, yo, people know me. They listen to my music. They play it. I can make $1. And it's a blessing. Because somebody asked me the other day, he was like, yo, these young boys is making so much money, like 20 million this and 20 million that. Like, me and Hovain. And I said, they supposed to. Like, our generation can't hate on that. Like, we can't hate on that. We cannot. Hovain made a good point. That'd be like Jordan and them hating on the generation that came after them. That's what you paved the way for.
Right, you did.
It's like you ain't paved the
Open
way
those
to
doors
go.
for them to make all the money.
All right, I want you to make less than me or the same to me. Nah, make your money. But the one thing we want y'all to do is hold on to the art. I don't want the young boys to respect history just because of us and our past and those who came before us. I want them to respect history so when their history, they're respected for the time and the work they put in. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't change your favorites so fast, week by week, like, because a Young Thug, and no disrespect to him, because a Young Thug came out don't mean you don't love Lil Wayne no more.
Right.
Lil Wayne been here 20-some years putting in, like, those kind of things when you watch that is just, like, crazy. Like, y'all, you can't shift. If you love something, then you got to originally and authentically love it. Or don't say you love it. Just be like, yo, I like it. Don't ride a wave and be like, I love Kanye because everybody loved Kanye. I love Kendrick because everybody loved Kendrick. Because when they down, then you're not going to love them. Like,
Right.
Good example. Everybody loved Ben Simmons 3 weeks ago. Had 2 garbage games, lost 2 games. He's a meme.
Word.
That's society nowadays.
I saw
Like, you
that.
know
You
what
don't
I'm
wanna
saying?
be a meme.
You don't want to be a meme. Like, but it's messed up because that shows, and that got to show like me, that's why I don't get like if one thing I don't knock nobody, I don't really retweet when people praise me too much, because that it might get stuck in my head. Then when it's something bad happened and I'm the main, I might not be able to handle it.
That's what
Like, you
Kendrick
know what I
said.
mean?
Kendrick said when shit hit the fan, you still a fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. So
And
you
I
gotta.
think, especially for women, like you can't just. I think it's hard for women too, because some people will be fans of Nicki Minaj, but then Cardi B comes out,
Yeah.
and you feel like you got to choose. You could still like
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj and then still say,
Part of that is on them too. I'm not blaming either one of them, but y'all two young ladies, y'all got a crap load of money. Y'all don't gotta listen to me, but for what y'all stand for, how many fans y'all got, how many people they got behind them. If they even just squash the beef, put the egos to the side, imagine how much more money they could get.
Right.
Imagine how much, like that's a bag. And female MCs really need. I'm not a fan of the word female MC or things, but there's a lot of dope female MCs that don't get their shot and don't get on and don't get a chance, and you know, dudes is grind balls and slime balls and shit happens and they don't get the perfect shot. So if you got that shot and you in there, y'all might want to be getting together, collaborating, even if not on a song. That's money y'all could make together, getting some business. And it's like the people, whoever's behind Nicki Minaj, whoever's behind Cardi B, somebody in both heads of both camps should be going like, yo, let's get on the phone. Like, let's make this make sense. They ain't gonna fight. They two ladies. They don't want what they want to shoot. They want to shoot each other. No, they want to beat each other up. No, they beyond. I'm pretty sure scratching each other and doing and even getting their hands dirty. So to have a qualm when you get money makes no sense. Get more money, y'all. Like y'all got the earth in your hands, right? Like right in the palm of your hands, especially with all this Me Too movement and all that. Two brown women and two brown females in hip hop shouldn't be like that. Even if y'all like that, y'all should get the money together and keep it personal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna bust her ass on this track. I'm gonna bust her ass on this track. I'm gonna sell more than her. I'm gonna look better than her. I'm gonna get the whatever Chanel, whatever. Do all that girly stuff, but don't miss the bag because of the people in the media. And the media, we got to stop hyping that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like because we all play a part in it. Like, you know, everybody plays a part. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. So I think they got to get down to earth and, you know, like ain't that the same shit that happened with Nicki and Kim? Kind of, sort of.
100%. Same
like,
exact
you know what I'm
thing.
saying?
and
So,
I think a lot of times it is people pitting, because women, it feels like there's there's a lot fewer of us that are making it like that in the hip hop business, and so a lot of times the fans are the ones that are making.
Imagine
it
what a
as
record
issue,
label
too.
would pay for Cardi B and Nicki Minaj EP
Oh, stupid.
that I A&R'd.
Both from New York.
Or even Remy, you know what I'm
That I was
saying? I
involved
don't
in,
like
yeah.
to see that.
And Rhapsody.
Yeah.
that I was
Oh, I love
involved in.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody, so
Rhapsody the illest. Her and Tinker the illest ones to me. Rapping.
you know. So I think so. You know, I think that's what it's all about.
You know what I wanted to ask you about? One of the most underrated freestyles is it's the Lox and Big on Funkmaster Flex 60 Minutes of Funk Vol. 2 over the Cream instrumental.
Yeah, that was crazy.
People, that is like an amazing freestyle. Did y'all do that together?
Yeah, definitely.
In
That
the
was-
studio? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that was amazing.
That's like a art form that's lost too. A lot of people send the verse to each other.
Yeah.
And it's not like people be in the studio together like they
Yeah,
used to.
I think it's really great when you're actually in the studio because the vibes and the energy is there a little more,
With the
especially
producer and
with the producer and the thing. So you got a little more feeling and bouncing off of energy. The competitiveness is a little more up. I think maybe that's a big reason why people aren't so competitive. They're not in the same room making everything all the time.
They can
So you
just
don't
change their
feel that
verse when you
edge,
send
yeah,
it,
like
yeah.
because back in the 90s, like you walking in, you saying, yeah, what's up to everybody? You cool, it's respectful, but it's almost like you could feel the tension in the room. You could feel the tension going to lay a Clue mixtape. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see the Mob and them over here. You see these rappers from over there, from Brooklyn over there. You see there, and it's more like, all right, yeah, we're gonna light these joints. We're gonna light these blunts, and we are gonna get busy in this shit. I think that competitive. I think that's what made the '90s really like edgy. Like diss each other on mumble diss each other, man. Screw it, man. Stop mumble dissing, man. I need a mumble diss rapper, man.
I always wonder what made y'all pick Wu-Tang beats for those freestyles.
Love Wu.
All right.
Love Wu-Tang, man. You know, a lot of things I think in this is like rap is competitive, but you gotta always respect who you love and who you love coming in and who you like. For like me, even to this day, like all of these, when I'm around Ray, Ghost, Nas, Hove, rest in peace, Prodigy, Mobb Deep, just all of these dudes. Smith & Wesson, Buckshot, EPMD, I still feel lucky. Like, I fucking made it to this thing. Like, this is a golden thing that I had made it. These are dudes I was standing on the corner slinging shit to, doing dirt to, praying I would make it to the game. Just praying. Like, I used to play Buckshot, ringing up dope. I used to play Woo. You know what I'm saying? When I got out the county pen, God bless the dead, my man Fats picked me up playing Who Shot You, and it was like, what the yo? And we headed to the spot, the block. We got but we at the same time, like, so you gotta understand, we street kids, we doing dirt, we listening to rap, and we hoping we make it while doing dirt. And then you get to see these people and be around them, and they praise you and they love you and hug you and speak with you and make songs. That's the thing that I don't try to let my ego let me forget that shit, because I'm humbled by it. It's good. Like, it's a beautiful thing. You can't beat it.
And what does new management do for Styles?
These guys I've known Hovain a very long time. I mean, few years he's been in the game. I know Sab a very, very long time. And I believe as a businessman, when you're doing a business, especially as a solo career, shout out to Christy, because that's my sister too. She still manages the lock. We still do, and we do business on the side. I felt like I can't keep doing business on the side with my other manager. We're gonna do something. Then as a solo career, I felt like I needed somebody young and smart. Like, I needed young, smart, energetic people around me that's willing to go far and have a drive. And when I look at, I respect and say, I like how these dudes carry themselves with the culture. I like how they carry themselves with business. Because you got, as an artist, you got to be willing to listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do things you don't want. And I've been stuck in my ways for a long time. Not that I don't want to listen. I'm just stuck in my ways. And then if you don't have new flavor and you're stuck in your ways and you're trying to push forward, like, you won't. Like, so now you see I tweet more than I do the gram, but I try the gram. I try to live here and there. You know, I try to make sure we get graphic designers now. They just hit me, keeping me fresh, keeping me young, keeping me thinking. I could talk to somebody who could look at the game from more perspectives than I can. I could learn, like, you know what I'm saying? And they do business with other great people too. So I'm a pretty flat forward dude. I try, like, they're gonna be able to tell me, all right, nah, P, that's a bad move. This is a good move. Like, you know, everything is kind of like we doing business. We breaking it down, but we pushing forward. And because we got a lot of young boys to come too. So me as an older dude, I got to learn from them. I'm going to need their help. So I'm just trying to be humble. And I feel like I'm getting better with my rhymes. So I feel like I got to get my business better, my idea of what's going on in the industry better. And I think when you're a brand, every brand, and especially like D-Block has been around for a while. Like, Locks have been around for a while. And when you're a businessman, sometimes you got to step outside of just being a rapper and look, okay, I have a brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my brand. Who do I have working for my brand? How are we going to get further? What are we going to do? How do you do it? So sometimes you got to bring in people that you know are capable, willing, that you have a mutual respect, admiration, and love for, and you got to push forward because, one, you're doing more than just music. This is music is what we do. Like, you know what I mean? But as businessmen, we got to all understand this is a stepping stone to do something bigger, go somewhere else, move on, do other things. And you want people, you always want to go, you want to keep a good rapport with people in the industry who you admire and respect, all around the board. Like, just all around the board. Even if you're not going to do business, you might want to call them once in a while, say what up. Or when you see them, once in a blue, give them a genuine hug, tell them you really respect their work if that's what the case is, because you might be flat broke one day, but your character may get you the job.
That's real.
Or land you the next deal, or bring you up. I've been up and down. I've been up and down enough in life. I've been rich, not rich, not rich, not rich, unrich, not rich, not rich. I've never been wealthy besides. I've been physically and spiritually wealthy. I've never been financially wealthy. So I tend on getting financially wealthy and not losing that. Because you could be rich and poor, and go back and forth. But when I get wealthy, like we plan to, when we get wealthy, it's going to be no turning around from that. So you want to line yourself up with people that'll be able to help you if you fall off, if you do something stupid, and you have a network and an outlet. And we just continuing to build and do bigger and better things every day. And that's pretty much how I look at it. That's my flow, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on earth for a reason. I'm still here for a reason. So try to figure out, get the shit done, do some good businesses, and That's pretty much it. Kick some dope rhymes.
My man Styles P. G Host is out right now.
Out right now. Go get it, please.
It's The Breakfast Club.